50 minutes past the hour, and this morning, Americans in the Pacific Northwest are searching for relief as a dangerous heat wave is set to linger across that region for the rest of this week. On Tuesday, 3 cities across western Washington, including Seattle, hit record highs in a region that's not accustomed to seeing anything like these scorching conditions. Meanwhile, the threat of another devastating wildfire looms over that region as well. As of Tuesday, fires had consumed 5.6 million acres across the United States, about twice the amount burned last year at this point, according to the National Interagency Fire Center. And joining us now with more is the Democratic governor of Washington State, Jay Inslee. Governor Inslee, I spent a lot of time in Washington State, and whenever temperatures hovered anywhere near triple digits, folks certainly on the western part of your state were not prepared for it. Air conditioning is not something most folks have in their homes there, which is more accustomed to light rain than they are to these scorching temperatures. How are the folks in your state coping with this heat, and what services are available to help them try to stay cool?
Well, we are resilient. We're being smart. People are going to our cooling centers who have a difficulty. But what you said is really true. Pacific Northwest is a beautiful place, but probably half or more of the homes do not have air conditioning. So when it gets this hot, over 100 degrees, people have some real health hazards, maybe even more so than the Northeast. So we know how dangerous this is, and we're not going to put up with it. We're fighting it. And we're fighting it tooth and nail, and we're adopting the measures that we know give us the power to defeat climate change and to take control of our own destiny, meaning we're building a clean energy economy so we don't allow this carbon pollution to make us suffer these sweltering and dangerous temperatures. We're not putting up with it. We're fighting it.
I want to ask you about some of your unique policies in a moment, but back to these temperatures. You talk about Spokane, the eastern part of your state. I think this week they're going to hit like 104 degrees at some point. They're a bit more dry, a bit more used to that, but still those temperatures are stifling. And officials, as you know, in your state are warning residents to stay alert in light of the threat of wildfires there, where the prospect of these devastating fires is becoming all the more frequent. What is the real risk of these just massive fires nationwide, including in that region?
Well, it's not just about the trees, and we love our forests and our trees, but it's about our children, because when these forests burn, not only is there danger for burning down homes, and we've lost dozens and hundreds of them, it's the fact that our kids can't go outside and breathe. Last summer, during our fire season, we literally could not allow our children to go out and breathe because of the particulate matter. We had the most dangerous, the most polluted air in the entire planet because of forest fires last year. So in vast swaths, not just where the fires were, but in huge swaths of Washington, our kids' health was impacted with asthma and the like. So the one thing about climate change you need to understand, it's just not temperature. It's breathing the smoke. It's water that's so hot that our salmon can't live. It's loss of irrigation because our snowpack is impacted. Basically you can run, but you can't hide from climate change.
Right.
And that is why we have to be so committed to fighting it at its source. There's not enough air conditioners in the world to solve this problem. We have to tackle this at its source, which is carbon pollution, which is causing this devastation to our communities.
Yeah, I've covered wildfires in your state from Tri-Cities all the way up to Moses Lake. They are a real problem in that part of this country. I want to ask you policy-wise, the White House, Washington has faced all sorts of obstacles on multiple fronts to try to address climate change and carbon pollution right now. Joe Manchin has really been a thorn in the side of Democrats in terms of what they call reconciliation, the Democratic agenda to try to pass some real agenda items on this issue. So given it looks like they've run into a brick wall on that, what other tools do you think Washington, the White House, needs to use right now to try to help those at the state level do something about this?
Well, when you run into a brick wall, you go around it. And that's why we're looking forward to President Biden's leadership on this. He's already announced executive action to build offshore wind, which is a very, very clean source of energy. And now we're looking forward to him taking 5 more actions. Number one, a regulatory approach to regulate some of the pollutants that are coming off our coal-fired plants. And number two, certainly there are places where we should not be drilling, including offshore. 3, he's going to help us, I believe, to electrify our transportation fleet. Electric cars are really the thing right now. We just need to increase the supply chain. 4, he's going to bring some incentive packages so that people can afford to move forward. And fifth, he's going to help us in our mitigation efforts to respond to forest fires. And we're counting on him to do all 5 of those things. He has the executive authority to do that. So he has a lot of tools in his toolbox. We want him to bring every tool he can get a hold of to help us out. But listen, we got to understand, too, that we're not helpless here in our states. My state is now probably got the best action for clean energy. We have 23 other states that are moving. 60% of the U.S. economy is committed to fighting climate change. So we got a lot of work we can do in the states as well.